can't be asked. Right, let's do our job. Oh, the telephone's ringing.
Oh, that's saved by the...
That is great timing, rattle.
End. Nice.
Hi, George and Max. So I have a content creation question.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a content creator full-time for a while now and am actively posting on TikTok. However, I am terrified of the thought of being recognized in public. I know it's part and parcel, but my question is it frustrating or scary being recognized in public, or do you just get used to it? Thank you.
Part and parcel, what does that mean? Like, it's part of the gig?
Yeah, it's just part of it, yeah.
Right, okay. I mean, how do you feel about that? We've had conversations before. This is a more genuine question.
Somebody gets recognised constantly. I can't leave the house without somebody saying, George, you forgot your coat, come back in.
That's
Normally
that man
my
from
mum.
the Wanted poster.
What was that?
You're the man from the Wanted poster.
Oh, I thought you meant like the band.
It's that man from the Wanted. Sing us a song.
No, I mean, I don't get it at all. You don't get it as a lot. Like, I've been with people that are like get it more than I do, and even then, it's very location / demographic specific.
Very. Like I can be in a church full of grandmas. No one's gonna give a shit.
Yeah.
Whereas I can be in the back
the
alley
Lord
behind
might
that church.
Condemn you for your sexuality, but that's a different story.
He might recognise me and be like, "Hell, not allowed." No, I'm quite sometimes quite shocked at how often it happens. Even if it's not as often as like Jennifer Aniston. Don't know why she's coming up again, but like I think I equate like the amount of people that might recognise me to like followers, and then say, so I've got like 3 million followers.
Whoa.
Thank you. No, but then you think, right, where are those 3 million people? Like 50% of them are in the UK, X amount are in this. So like, what are the chances that like 1.5 million people are going to be where I am when there's so many people in the UK? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I think we forget that TikTok
Isn't just followers.
And a lot of people that might see you might actually not follow you, might never have any like inclination to follow you, but might have just seen you.
Yeah.
And so you can be in some places. I mean, for me, it happens a lot on like nights out.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. That's what I mean. If you go somewhere that's your age range, or
18
something
to
that
25.
you're interested in. So, like when you went to Pride, it was more.
That was like when I was in Sydney.
Really sexy girl con. It was just constant. George, please sign my tits. And honestly, I've just done a pair of double E's over there. Just run out of Sharpie ink.
Oh my god. No, I know what you mean. It is, and I think in terms of how it makes us feel. So like when I gained all my followers, it was during lockdown. So I never met anybody. I didn't have a single, and I'm talking like going from 0 followers to 1 million. I did not have any experiences with anybody. Yeah. And it was on my first date with Andrew that I got recognised for the first time. So I just met Andrew under London Bridge. We were wanking each other off. No, we were
under
having
London Bridge.
Under it. Yeah, we were swimming as well. It's a very cold time of year.
Weird day.
Yeah, I nearly died.
You're really good in the nose peg.
I got sepsis. We were on a date.
Doing, sepsis? Sorry.
Oh, my stepsis. We were having a picnic because it was when lockdown rules were still in place where you couldn't meet indoors, but you could meet in a group like outdoors. We're in an outdoor freezing cold picnic at London Bridge, and someone came over for the first time and asked him to take a picture of us, and I felt so embarrassed. But again, that was like, oh my god, like, do you know what I mean? It was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, I felt so full of like love, and like it just felt amazing. Like, it really did. She's laughing at me, but like, I know that's very dramatic, but I genuinely was like, oh my god, like, this is wild.
So full of love.
I did. I was like, wow. And this was in the "How does a blind girl know what's in a jar" era.
Oh wow.
So they were like, how people used to shout at me, "How does a blind girl know what's in a jar?" And I was like, that's quite a
Did
weird
you have
thing to shout out.
an answer ready to go?
I would just say like,
well, basically, she puts these electronic labels on.
Yeah, I sat them down. No, but and then like I remember the shift for me because I lived in London and then I went back to finish my degree in Newcastle, and I'd been on like nights out in London where people had come over and stuff, but it had never really been that bad, mostly because probably people in London are more used to seeing somebody that's like whatever.
You walk down the street, you see, I don't know, buddy.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. Honestly, all the time. Jenny, what you doing?
Yeah.
Loves the Craigs.
Oh, she does. She does.
Yeah.
And
Jen dog.
then I went to Newcastle, went on a uni night out like during the week, and I got mobbed beyond anything I've ever like felt. Like I was bleeding on my neck from people trying to grab me for a picture. People were fighting with my friends, like, who the fuck are you? And they were like, I'm literally his best friend. I live with him. Like, what are you doing? But it's when people are drunk, and in a uni situation where they're out with all their like uni mates and it's nothing but people our age around us, it's going to happen a lot more. And when people are on drugs or when they're drunk, whatever, they lose. I describe it as, if you meet someone new for the first time, there's a certain like set of boundaries that you cross. For example, like, hi, nice to meet you. Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah.
How big's your cock?
There we go. Exactly. Yeah. And they skip when they're drunk and they meet you as someone that they've seen on TikTok. They skip about like the first 3 of them and go straight in as if they've known you for years. Yeah. Which in many cases can be really nice because effectively they already have an understanding of who you are, so of course they're going to be more familiar with you, and that can lead to really nice conversations and moments happening. But oftentimes when people are drunk, it means that they're going to come in and be like, way, dickhead, oh my god, let's get a picture, blah blah blah. And if I'm there with like my friends or my family or something, or if I'm by myself, I was once in a shop at the end of Andrews Road in Tesco, and someone came and jumped on my back whilst I had headphones in. I was looking at like the food or whatever, had 2 headphones in. This girl came and jumped on my back, and I was like, oh my god, think I'm getting robbed inside Tesco. I was like, this is weird. Usually
weird place to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And then she was just like, oh, like, Max, oh, I love your videos. Like, oh, do you want to like come and get drunk with us? Come and get. She was like 17 years old.
You love my videos. Don't become a backpack.
Exactly.
Like,
she was drunk, and she was like, come and drink with us. We're going to like this school, like we're going to this field. And I was like, oh my god,
we go to this field. Oh, all right then, fine.
Yeah, that'll go down well.
Convinced me.
Literally, but like that's the thing. People think, and I think that's when it gets uncomfortable. Is when people kind of cross the line. I remember when you went to, was it Boardmasters? You said there was a lot of situations. Didn't someone like
festivals are the worst?
Yeah,
because festivals are fun, but there's like, if you like, this isn't saying if you see us avoid us, by the way.
No, I always
if you come over like and
just be
nice.
Like
a normal happy person,
just be normal and
like,
happy and nice. That's
but festivals, I say, is the worst. Festivals is where you get it the most
because people are fucked there as well.
But yeah, I had a weird one where I was just queuing up for a shower, and some bloke just took a picture of me queuing up for the shower. Luckily, I had my clothes on, but I was just stood there. It was in a heat wave, by the way. I've been sleeping in a tent for 3 days in a heat wave.
Yeah, I couldn't have done
off
that.
the back of,
good for you.
Like, obviously festivaling in a heat wave, and obviously, just everything. Woke up, was like, I need a shower, and I was just, as you would be, just not in an awful mood, but just drained. So you're just not stood there with a smile like a psychopath. You just had a picture of me. I think it was a video actually, just zooming in on me saying, "Cheer up, mate." Well, what do you mean, cheer up?
Yeah,
I meant to just be smiling, just in case somebody realizes that I'm it. Like, what?
That's the thing. I think where it's a weird, like, middle section where we're not celebrities, we're not Jennifer Aniston, because we've not done like such credible work that we're put into this category where people know us but also respect us, but they know us, but they think that they know us, but they think that we are also like them, which we are, but I don't think I'm making sense here. But they think, by that I mean like they think that we are in their friendship group.
I'd say the way that makes it different is that if you see someone you know, like Jennifer Aniston, we're not saying we're on the same level as Jennifer, by the way. But if you see Jennifer walking down the street, you go, "Oh my god, I've seen her in films. This is mental. What's going on?" And you don't, in interviews and stuff, her personality comes across, but you don't know her for her personality. You don't know her as like including you in what she does. Whereas with like a YouTuber, a TikToker, anybody in the sort of social world, it's, "Hey guys, look at this that I've been doing. Look at this," and you know more about their life, and you the reason most of 90% of the time you follow them is because you know
their personality.
Yeah.
And I think people think
that makes it more like you're able to come over.
I think what I meant by that is that people think that they are already friends with us before they meet us because they've seen us so many times. And then, therefore, this level of comfortability comes that is maybe a bit inappropriate at times, considering that we don't know them and we've never met them. And we're more than happy to meet them. I've had so many amazing times with people, like followers that I've met. And like I've ended up like going for drinks and stuff like on the nights. I've literally 9 times out of 10, the people that come up to me are so lovely, so funny, so like entertaining. And then there's this like 1% that are really rude. Oh, the worst thing is, oh my God, do you want to know the worst fucking thing?
Yeah.
When somebody comes over and then the friend's like, hey, the fuck is this?
Oh my God.
Am I supposed to know this? And I'm like, Sharon, I don't know who you are either. Newsflash, I don't give a fuck who you are. So don't come over to me and say that, okay? Literally, you don't have to give a fuck about me and I don't give a fuck about you. So let's leave it at that.
Can I tell you the worst one I had with that situation?
Go on.
Me and my friends went to Lanzarote for a little, way, lads holiday. Not really the most laddie place to go. We just had quite a nice time. And we were on the hotel on the way back. No, we were at the airport on the way back. And some girl comes up to me and goes, "Oh, I like your videos. Can I get a photo?" And I was like, "No." How much are you paying? No, I said, "Yeah, sure." And she was like, "Oh, I'll give it to my friend." She didn't say all of this stuff. I'm explaining what happened. She gave the phone to her friend, and then bear in mind this was in front of our gate had just been called for our plane. So everybody on our flight was lined up right next to us. I was literally about to enter our, I think we only travelled with like hand luggage or something, so we got speedy boarding. So we were going to go into the queue next to them. So we were already walking past the whole queue, and then somebody goes, "Oh, can I have a photo?" Whole of the queue turns to look at me, and I'm like, "Oh, this is really awkward. No, I don't like
embarrassing.
This." And then the girl hands her friend the phone to take a photo. We're there posing for the photo. And the friend has the phone up and then lowers it and just goes, "Who are you, by the way?" And I was like, am I meant to like...
What do you want me to say in that situation?
Do you want me to reply to the Wikipedia article? What do you
My
want
name's George. I do like. What do you expect in that? That is such a rude thing to say.
Yeah,
to
I think
somebody.
I was just like, oh, exactly.
If I was out with my friend and they recognised their friend from home or something, would I go, "Who are you?" No,
Yeah, exactly,
I'd be like, "Oh, I'm Max, blah, blah, blah." I would get to know them. I wouldn't be like, "Who are you?" But they take this opportunity, like, this person, their ego must be huge right now because someone's just asked for a picture. I'm going to humble them. And I once I was with Kat Burns in heaven.
Yeah.
And this guy, this girl came up to me.
Of the night?
Yeah. Well, I was with Kat and I remember Kat looked at me and she was like, "Oh God, Max has gone a bit wild there." Because this girl came up to me. And she was like, "Oh, like, can I get a picture, whatever?" And she was so lovely. And I remember we were about to leave, we were getting our coats. And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And then this boy came up to me and he was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I was at the end of my tether because I was like, I've just been on a full night out. I was so tired. All I wanted to do was get my coat. The queue was really long. And I went, "I don't give a fuck who I am." And then I realised, oh, that's not really a good comeback. So then I was like, "And guess what? I don't give a fuck about you either." So I was like, "So shut up because I've had enough." And then Kat looked at me and she was a bit like,
"You told him."
Yeah, she was a bit like, "Oh, that wasn't really that good, but like you tried." But people are just so rude, like, and I don't get it. I get that they want to like humble us or whatever, but why? We've done nothing.
Do you remember when we went on the ski trip? And our cars rocked up and everybody was queuing outside in the snow for this après ski. And they've been waiting there for ages. We rock up. I think somebody put on full volume. Was it Baseline Junkie? Somebody put Baseline Junkie on full volume. I think it was George Baggs put on Baseline Junkie. And everyone was going mental. And I was like, "Oh shit, I think we're here." And like nobody was saying, I was like, "No guys, turn it off." So I was saying, turn it off. I don't want to seem like a cock.
Yeah.
The doors slide open. Baseline Junkie just blares out of this van. The whole queue turns to look at us as we then just walk in as we're this sort of like the VIPs there or some shit, which I hate, by the way. I'm never going to do like a club appearance or anything in my life.
No, me neither.
Despise it with
I couldn't deal with that.
So we walk past this queue of people who are waiting in the snow after we've just rocked up in these blacked out vans. With oh my God. And then they just started throwing snowballs at us.
I remember.
I got hit in the gullet. Couldn't drink for a week. No, I got hit in the face and like the neck, and I genuinely wasn't angry. I was like, I don't blame him. Like I like
fair enough.
Like I look like such a dick right now.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so sorry. I was walking past like, I'm sorry. Some people were going, oh, it's him. Other people was going, who the fuck
is that?
It was a really hard, happy medium to me as you walking past people going,
that's the thing. It's like, I would never in a million years be like, take me to the front of the queue.
No.
I've never, any like cool thing that I've ever been offered, I've never asked for it or demanded it in my life. So if I'm like in a club and the person at the front is like, oh, I like your videos, come to the front, I feel so embarrassed.
No, I hate it.
Because I'm like,
hate
everybody then looks at you like you are the biggest twat in the world. And I'm like, if that was me, I'd think the exact same. So fair enough.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
I'm like, I didn't ask for this. But I think people will think that we've demanded stuff. I don't know. People can be so fucking rude.
No, but I was like, honestly, fair enough. Just throw
Yeah.
more at me. Like, just stand out like a big target. Just do it, please.
Oh, it's
Makes
so
me feel better
awkward.
about being in there.
It is awkward. I realised that we just spent about 20 minutes on that one.